Okay, now, your mic is live, Jamie.
Hello, everyone. Oh, hi. Give me 1 second. Jason is running around because I had the show in my office playing and now I can hear it. Aloha. Let me switch the camera. One moment. Okay. How was everyone's May and June? One moment. I'll be right back. I think Jason might be having a hard time with my system. All right. Here we go. We just learned something. Sorry about all that noise. We learned that we can't have the show running in the office on my computer. I was just talking to a friend of mine recently about how no matter how many times I've gone on Zoom and lives, that I still have not been able to get a problemless show out. So I'm not even sure if you can actually hear me just yet because we were checking out our mics. So if you guys wouldn't mind just testing, I don't want to test it and get some awful feedback. But for Mother's Day, I was just going to let you know my mom and I had a trip together. So we haven't been able to spend much time together this year or the last 4 years. It's just been busy. So we decided to go on a trip and I got COVID and then she got COVID. So I got to spend more time with my mom than I ever imagined because we were lying in bed, both of us, maybe only sometimes like less than 6 inches away from each other because the beds were so close. And I know it was a strange way of having quality time, but I was with my mama and I got a chance to take care of her. After being taken care of your whole life by one person like that, it was such a pleasure to be able to do little acts of kindnesses for my mommy. So that was an interesting twist on Mother's Day. And I am COVID free now. My mom is almost recovered now from her jet lag, and we're ready to kick off Father's Day. So this morning I woke up and I was thinking about roller skating with my dad when I was in elementary school. And if you guys have any good memories with any of your parents, please share them with us today while we're in this show. What a great way of building energy and coming up with memories and sharing memories with each other and just bringing them to light and out of our heads and out where we can share them. I'm sure we have so many, but not many times the opportunity to have just like a wonderful memory with someone. So, to honor our parents today, we're going to be doing a show of some finished jewelry projects for men and for women. So anyone can wear these. But I was making these just as an inspiration in case you wanted to make some dad jewelry. So the first one we're going to show you is the pieces and talk a little bit about the design for this labradorite and wood necklace. Then we have some sandalwood. So I'll be bringing that out and talking about some different focals. Then we have a Calvin or a tribute to my big dad with a Calvin or aquarium bead and some Roman glass. And then finally, a keychain. And I just posted that video on Facebook. So if you guys get to see that video, it's of Jason making a keychain He did it in less than 10 minutes. I edited it down, but just as inspiration, like if you're going to meet a group of friends and you're like, I want to take something, you know? Oh, I can't wait to see it. Please post it, Teresa. Hi, Kim. Hi, Ruth. Hi, everybody. Summer's almost here. The weather is so good. And I want to say thank you for taking the time to hang out with us on what could be a beautiful day outside for everyone. So if you're watching in replay, thank you very much. And if you're here live, thank you very much. So I just wanted to kick it off before I bring out the projects. I just want to kick it off and just do a little question with some prizes. Okay. So I'm going to ask a question and then we'll pick some winners and the answer. Because as I cleaned up my box, oh my God, I found some super cute prizes. I found a bracelet, a little bangle bracelet. I found a necklace with some blue calcite. I found some pineapple earrings. I mean, there's all kinds. So I'm going to put the camera down so you can see just the goodies that I found as I cleaned up my desk today. They're just so random and fun. This one has a bunch of charms, some stringing material, some vintage beads. So if you feel like you would like to win a prize today, just go ahead and try and answer this very, very easy question. And actually, Teresa already posted the answer. What is the Hawaiian word for family? What is the Hawaiian word for family? And I'll pick some winners. And you will get your prize. Now, if you're ordering something in the next week, I will put your prize in with you. As always, we love to give prizes. We love to do giveaways. And the easiest way for us to get as many of these out as possible is your orders. Aha! All right, I'll put this here so I can show you the labradorite and wood necklace. I'm going to read this story real quick from Debbie built an addition on her house with her dad. That is so nice. That's a that that is like something you'll never forget. All right, keep answering if you know what the word is, and you will probably find a goodie in your in your next order. Haha. Now, this first necklace that I wanted to show you today was done with the inspiration of something for a dad, a man. Although this is actually something that I would wear. I do find that as I see more and more men wearing jewelry nowadays, I it's exciting, right? It's really exciting because I know there's been years at a time where we see more women wearing jewelry and adornment. So to see everyone being more expressive, it's fun. So I wanted to do something that had a little bit more of an earthy feel that wasn't too tiny so that you can just feel that energy going through. So I started off with these labradorite beads. Now, this is also an education opportunity for me to talk to you about some beads. Let me grab the tray. Okay. Jason, do you have the labradorite beads back stock? So these labs here are faceted, and when we buy them, we bought a bunch of these. And what's really really cool is I sorted through all of them. So some of them had a more rustic, a little bit. Sometimes it's fun when things are not perfect. One, the price point is really really good, and two, it's like not even. So like when I'm gonna give them a little down to earth self awareness advice to myself. So I noticed that when I need a part of me that finds balance and focus and discipline, and I need those qualities in my life, then the things that I'm more attracted to are perfect. They are geometric. They are machine made. And when I need to be a little more free, more organic, go with the flow, then I'm attracted to things that are like not perfect, that we just have more flaws in them. each piece doesn't look alike. There's some discoloration, there's impurity in there. And I think that's just like a very relevant to what we're looking for. So comment and let me know like what your current vibe is and what you're looking for now. And then I also have these vibe cleats if I could have the other one too. Oh, you want to here? Why don't you show the beads and I'll go grab it. That'll be easier because I know what I'm looking. Okay, so I use some ebony wood with this. Now we have so much different woods in the store, but what I found with these particular beads, and I'll get you a size, so we can talk about sizing and what's a size appropriate. Um, so these are about 1/2 inch. And when I put the 10 millimeter ebony, Jason, if you could grab me the 10 millimeter ebony wood that's in the show too. I'm so sorry. I gotta go find my beads. I thought I had, you know what it is? There's so many little elements to make a whole project, and I have 4 of them to show you. So we'll find it. But these are 8 millimeter, and you can use 10 millimeter. And I will talk about that in just a second. I made a video to explain how I chose the different ones. But because I wanted something that made this part the focal right here, I thought I'm going to put smaller beads. So visually, this becomes larger, a little bit more important, like a little bit more like eye-catching. So that's why I picked this to be larger and the ones on the side to be smaller. However, if you did put something a little larger next to it, let me show you how that would look. It makes the piece look more like a column, like where the diameter of this portion is equivalent to the rest. So that is a really cool look too. If you want to change colors so that this will still stay very prominent and dominant, you can change it if you want to use a larger wood bead, maybe a shade lighter so that it doesn't get confused in the mix. Or you might like it where it's very tonally like the same through the whole piece. So that's really nice to do, to pick something that's similar to the middle section. So you have there's not one rule to follow. It's just more of an awareness of why you're choosing the things you choose and how it makes you feel. Sometimes it's nice to feel balanced where everything's all the same going around. Sometimes it's nice to have contrast between shiny and matte. Sometimes it's nice to go shiny and polished. So let me know what you guys think. Do you like it when things are similar? Like, would you like something where it's very similar in shine all the way through? So then you could pick and in size. So this is a 10 on this side. So I think every little decision we make, every little decision we make affects, the next step that we take. And beading is such a metaphor for life, right? We have to make these really small decisions, and each one feels so important at that time that we're making them. And sometimes they're not, sometimes they are. But I think it's important just to make a decision, right? And then move to the next stage. And then the confidence that builds as we make these decisions, they, I think, are why I bead, just to build confidence. Okay, now we have some labradorite chunky beads. Now we have them in 2 different ways today. So I took hundreds and I sorted them. So the first way we're selling them is by the piece. Okay, those are $2 each. Then I have them in bags. And I only have 20 bags because I sorted everything out. The bagged ones are the premium ones. I know that seems weird, right? But the bagged ones, I did sets of 13, and they are premium. The colors are stronger and vibrant. Let me see if I can show you. Jason, in this pile that you put over here, was some from the bag?
They're all from the bag.
Okay, so these were all the ones from the bag. Where'd the loose ones go? Did you throw them in the same pile?
This is the loose ones.
Or did you throw them in the same pile?
No. It's separate.
Okay, so
separate.
this pile is the bagged ones or the loose ones?
Is P31.99.
Okay, so these are the loose ones. Where's the bagged ones?
The bagged ones are right here.
Okay, and you open
I
one,
opened
yeah?
one for you guys.
Thank you. Okay, so all these beads, it's hard to tell. So a lot of the labradorites do have flash. So what I did was the ones with the flash, I put in the bags. Okay. So the ones without the flash, I did as the $2 a piece. Then the ones with the flash, I tried to separate them out and I put them in the bags. So the bags, hang on, I'm going to go and change the screen.
Next one up.
So the one in the bags are these. And you get 13 pieces for $15. I know it's crazy. These are actually cheaper than buying it by the piece. It's just when we sell something by the piece, the amount of labor that goes into making one label, one bag, and preparing it, it is a lot, right? And it's the same to put 13 in the bag and make one label. So there is more labor involved in these. But if you want to get some really nice lab, this is one sample bag of lab. And the ones in the bag have flash on them, which I think is so pretty. You're gonna have to turn them and look for them. And I can't guarantee that they're all gonna be super duper flashy, but we try to put the most in the bags. 6, 9, 12, 13. Okay, so that's the difference between that and that. Now we have a different kind of show today. We decided to go back to comment selling, and you can buy on the website. So choose either way. The way that it works is first to check out gets the goods. It's just like a regular website thing now. So if you put it in your cart for Facebook, you have to check out right after the show. Okay, there's no more like I think in the beginning of COVID we used to hold it up to like 4, 5, 6 days. Now we don't have that luxury. And so if you're going to check out after the show, please check out right away or your cart will disappear. I think that we have like a 1 hour window on it. Okay, so you can do comment selling, which means you can type in the notes in the show sold space P31.99, or you can scan the QR code. You can scan the QR code with your phone if you're watching on TV, or you can screenshot it. If you screenshot it, which is pretty darn cool, if you screenshot that, once it goes into your photo album, you can press it and it'll take you to the website. So it's totally different ways to purchase today. I know everyone has different ways that they like to buy. So if you want to buy in the show, do comment selling. If you want to think and get it after the show, by all means, go to the website. I have a collection on the homepage, so you can get it all there. Oh, can I show you something else also on the homepage? It's really exciting. Okay, so on the home page, everything that's in today's show is at the very top, and you can scroll left to right, and you can see everything we're about to show you. If you want to see all, you hit view all. And then under the DIY gifts for dad, every project that I'm about to show you has a photo, so you can copy the project and make it. And if you click that, all the pieces to make this project will be here. The soft flicks, the crimps, the wire protector, the same clasp in the ring. So I'm trying to make it so easy so that, because I know all of you are busy. Everybody is busy, busy, busy. There is really hard. I think what it is like because we're all busy and doing things, we want to use our time and not waste it. We want to use it to the best that we can. So if you like these labs, these chunky labs, they are $15 for the bag or $2 a piece. And you can buy it in the show, comment selling again, or you can go to the website. Just make sure you understand that first to check out is who gets it, no matter where you buy it. And I have the 4 different kinds of ebony wood. Ebony wood is a special wood. Okay, so I'll have Jason just put that. The 8mm matte. So we actually don't get these matted. This is the natural wood. And then if they oil it or they wax it, and I know there's some places that actually spray varnish on their wood. So these are not varnished, these are not lacquered, but it does make it look shiny, but they are both ebony. Ebony is a little bit harder to get, so the price has gone up in the last 20 years compared to before. It's a very strong, durable wood, kind of, I guess, almost like a on the teak side of wood. very, very strong. So I do like using these for bracelets. Unlike some of the other woods like neem, which is a very delicate soft wood and can fall apart at the edges, but I did like that wood as well. So this is the 8 millimeter ebony shiny. This is 8 millimeter ebony matte. I love it. So this is a 10 millimeter now. This is a 10 millimeter ebony matte and a 10 millimeter polish. So we have both of them. So depending on if you want to make this necklace, I have all the supplies ready for you. This again is the 8 shiny, but when I was making it, I was really torn. I was really torn because I could see that there is a very attractive look to working with this particular 10 millimeter. I do have a rustic bead right here that I wanted to pull out because I liked it so much. Let me see if I still have it somewhere. It's in today's show, but it's not in the sample. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, no, that's not it. Yep, it's this bead, and I took it out of the bag, and I did a layout with it. Okay, no worries. No. Oh, here it is. Haha. All right. Now, if you didn't want to put Navajo silver in between, and I'll talk about the Navajo pearls, you can use these rustic brass. They're so nice. So we got these. They're old, and I split all the strands so that I could make it where you got some different sizes, a large, medium, and a small. The biggest one is 10 millimeters. And look at the holes. You can use this with leather. What I love about this particular one is you can use it if you want. Look. Instead. So you can put these really awesome brass beads. If you want me to string it because you can't imagine what it would look like strung, tell me and I will happily do that. Or I can stick it on my sticky mat. So the Navajo pearls are sterling. So if you want to work with something that's a little bit more of a quality metal, then you can do the sterling. So these are reproductions of the Native American Navajo pearls. They're not pearls, these are sterling, but they're antique. And these are traditionally bench made, meaning each one is made out of like a circle that is hammered into a dome. The two domes are soldered together. And that is how the original Navajo pearls were made individually. And then after they were antique, you buff them so that the centers look lighter. And then that gives it a depth. They're just gorgeous. And these, so I use those in here. These are the 12 millimeter. But you know what? The 10s were cute as well. There's so many ways to make this look beautiful. And you can mix it and match it. But let me show you. If you were to put these in here, the smaller ones, that's what it would look like. Just so you can see the different looks. And the other thing that I liked was with the big ones in the middle and the smaller ones on the side. So then it tapered down. So that was also a contender that I liked. I ended up going with the flat spacers. One, because we had lost them for a couple months and I missed them so much. I was like, I'm going to use them in every project for a while. Mix the Navajo pearls, lab, and brass beads. Yes, let me try to do that right now. Janine, thank you. That's beautiful. So if you like these brass rustic ones, I do. They feel nice and the edges are smooth. They're not sometimes when you find these, they can have like really rough edges that scratch, cut through cording. This batch is so nice. Can you look at all the edges? They are all soft on the edges. So you don't have to worry about it cutting through anything. You know that when we purchase things, we're always looking for the details, right? The details of why do these, what makes these stand out to us. And the finish on these is one of the reasons. So those are the Navajo pearls. This is what I used to finish it, okay? And then I'll move to the next project. I used a lobster clasp. This is a standard old school lobster. S141. It's only $5.50. I say only because, everyone, if you're familiar with sterling, that the prices have changed so much on sterling and risen. This is an old price. And then I matched it with this ring. Finding the perfect jump ring is hard. Okay, so when you buy jump rings, something to look out for is this. When you open the mouth of the lobster, will it hook into a ring? In the last 25 years, I've noticed that the triggers on lobsters have changed. They don't pull all the way back all the time. Sometimes they only pull this much, and you can't get a thick ring in. Disappointing. This old school opens all the way and fits a 16 gauge. But we don't have a lot of 16 gauge 9mm rings. So we had Jason make these for us, and we called it the perfect ring. It's never been on the website, never shown these before. I put it out last night because I was like, if you like a larger lobster, you're going to need a ring to go with it. So that is why it finally made it to the show. So this is S141 for $5.50, and this is a handmade 16 gauge fine silver ring, and that one is M1084, and it's at the right there. And if you're not familiar with what fine silver is versus sterling silver, the fine silver that we use for that is almost pure silver. So what does that mean to you? That you can hammer these and texture them. And so every ring that you use can be unique. So unlike sterling silver, which will sometimes not take in the hammering or the texturing as well, the fine silver totally does. Hey, any questions about any of the things I just showed you? Right now is a great time to ask. If not, I'll show you another project. Oh, I forgot to show you the spacers, our long lost spacers. The very bottom. Try and go, so I put it in right there, 8mm large disc spacer. Yeah, because it's in so many projects, I put it towards the bottom. So on the bottom, I couldn't decide what colors I wanted. So to make it work better, I put a silver spacer, and these are plated over pewter, so it's real silver. And then I put a brass oxide. So it's two colors of spacers at the end. Normally, I'm not into mixing metals, but this past week I have been, so I can tell I'm moving into a different phase. So look forward to different kinds of samples from starting this week.
So when you guys choose this one, remember to choose your color. There's 4 different colors to choose from, and all 4 are available right now for a limited time. Next one we have is going to be, since we're working, are you going to talk about your keychain? What you want to do next? Because
yeah,
behind you.
Yeah, let's talk about the keychain because it's using the same labs.
So the next project is a keychain project. Did we talk about the soft touch?
Ooh, we did not, or
Okay.
the crimps. I was not actually done with this yet.
Okay.
Let me put some of this away. So we had the spacers. Janine says she loves mixing metals. Okay, so whoever is joining us in the show right now, please ask questions. Please ask us design, inspiration. Maybe you're like, I don't get it. What if I don't have that cord? What if I want to use a different color? Ask away. I might not have an answer, but I do feel like everyone here, it's such a great Ohana, great family setting that it's a wonderful time for you to ask. So go ahead. It's for you. Okay, so here's the spacers. If you want to see anything again, let me know. And then I use this soft touch. So for this particular project, it does weigh more than a tiny, like a tiny gem strand would. So I use the 019, 019 is 0.48 millimeters, so that's like half a millimeter. It is on the thicker side, but not so thick that it doesn't fit. It fits everything easily, and it feels really strong. As always, I use a crimp, the wire protectors. So the crimp is the 2x2 twist. You don't have to fold these in half. You just squeeze it really hard with your tiny nose pliers. I made a video. I'll put it on YouTube. I made a video of making this. I'll put it on YouTube. So if you're a beginner and you want to follow exactly, you're welcome to. I show you stringing tricks so that you can make this in less than, you can string this in less than 5 minutes if you follow my stringing trick. And you squeeze both the crimps. The wire protector protects this cord so that you can't pull through it. So soft flex, crimps, wire protector. Okie dokie. Now that project is done. Jason, do you want to talk about this or should I just pop it on the screen?
Pop it on the screen.
We have a video, but I also put the video on Facebook and on YouTube on how Jason made this in 6 minutes. If you guys want to watch the video now, give a holler and we can put it out to show you. All right, so the Labradorite has come back again. So if you're thinking, I don't need a whole bag, I only need 3 for a necklace. Now you can make more things with it.
So what you guys have in front of you is some Labradorite.
So it is a simple wrap down and a simple wrap up.
And what did
then
you use to wrap it with, Jane?
I used this wire right here. 18 gauge BMW 18G. So this wire comes in different colors and they call it a German style wire. So basically it's not a precious metal. It is a color, a gold color, a silver color, and a copper color. And so it is plated over copper wire. So it's a nice way to have fun and not worry about using a precious metal if you're just starting off. So I asked Jason, because I made this one, I said, can you please do one that's more freeform and fun? And it looks more organic. And so he made one that has like spaghetti noodles on it. Kara's asking, yes, the $15 pack has flash. The $2 each does not. And it's guaranteed to have at least 1, 2, 3. I mean, all of the pieces in the bags are the nice ones. And again, I only have 20 bags of this. And then we are all sold out. The next thing he used are these key rings. The key rings are 24 millimeters, so about the size of a quarter. You get a lot for $4. So if you want to, and we have it in different colors. If you go to the website or when you put it in your cart, you'll see that you can choose from the gold color or the nickel color. It's nice just to have. I mean,
I like having them.
Making quick gifts on the fly.
Mm-hmm.
Just all you need is wire, keychain, and you're done. Now, if you're at home going, but my beads, some of the holes are too small. So that is where you can understand the economy behind how beads are produced. The cost is either in labor or in materials, right? The cost of everything is in labor or materials. So if you have a really nice bead with a really small hole, that's how they keep the cost down. They'll give you a nice bead, and sometimes they will not give you a big hole. However, that's still, it's okay because you can make those holes bigger. We sell these little hand drills. If you have a Dremel, you can put in a specific drill bit that we have that's tapered to make holes bigger. We have videos on how to do it. Reach out, ask us. Again, we are celebrating, oh my God, we're going into our 20, 24, 25, 19, 20, this is our 27th year in business, is it?
Seven, yeah.
Okay, so we have 27 years of experience that we want to share with you. Like we totally have a lot to tell you. All you have to do is let us know. Ruth is asking, Sylvia is asking, can the German one be flattened and work hardened? Yes. Oddly, I tested it and I can hammer this and it doesn't just flake off. Now, I cannot promise that that's going to be forever. I cannot promise every brand is going to do it, or
Yeah.
even within this brand, if 10 years ago it did, and if in 10 years it won't. When I do notice that there's quality changes constantly, with products. Have you guys noticed that too? That we don't have the same kind of where you can just feel like it's always happening the same way over and over. Consistency. Yeah.
And just remember, there is a threshold for wire. You can only push the plating so far before it starts to flake, and that's where the quality of the wire comes in.
And that's why, if you ever have the chance to make anything and you want it to last long, use sterling. Because sterling, oh my gosh, my pieces I made 30 years ago, when you polish them up, are just as good. All right, here comes the outdoorsy dad bracelet, or the outdoorsy mom as well. So this is sandalwood beads. Now sandalwood is getting harder and harder to find. I have a super great story. I came across these sandalwood beads at the last Tucson show, and my vendor had stored it away for a while, and I was like, please, 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 can I see them? And these are natural sandalwood. Now sandalwood has like over 90 varieties, and if you are buying sandalwood, there are some sandalwoods that are not. I can't smell today. I don't know if it's my COVID, but
It smells like sandalwood. I put it together. It rubbed off my fingers. I kept
These
the
are
plastic
real
bag.
sandalwood from India, and there's nothing left. I bought the rest of everything, and it was so funny because Connie and I were so excited when I pulled these out, and I was like, I'm getting everything. My enthusiasm must have gone very far because these ladies started walking over and asking, "What are you getting? What are those? How do I get some?" And I was like, "I'm sorry, I bought them all for my customers." Weirdly enough, we went to a random after party, and the hostess was the lady who had been asking me about these beads that I was purchasing. So I was able to give her a strand. Oh my gosh. You never know who you're going to run into as a stranger and end up as a friend who will feed you.
Yeah, we have 30 of these available, 30 strands available. The picture in the screen shows the melon, the silver melon bead. And that is just an addition that I thought would be really nice. Pauline liked it, so I was like, oh, might as well put it.
Handmade.
They're handmade. They're hand hammered. They are hollow, so it's hollowware. It's really pretty. If you guys want this is a very nice older piece. It could be vintage.
M1170, Jay.
M11. There it is.
So I do like the idea of something handmade and elegant, beautiful going with this. So pretty.
Yeah. So only have I think 6 of these available.
And then next up,
then one of Jamie's favorites,
a lava bead, and this is from the Canary Island. And what makes it special is our vendor went there. He goes there, and I think the island is called.
I forget.
Oh my gosh, I wrote it down. If you're interested, let me know. But he goes to an area called Tenerife, and he goes and he finds and sources the rocks, and then he cuts them. So this lava is unlike any other lava you've probably put your hands on. It is smooth and it feels beautiful. It's not. It doesn't have that hollowy, flaky feel. Oh, it is just gorgeous.
Quite dense in the lava.
This one is like a gemstone, not like a rock.
So a little bit more dense in that sense. So Canary Island lava, 12 millimeter by 18 millimeters. And I think I only have 6 of those too.
The last one is the golden obsidian, which has the gold sheen in them.
Yeah. I chose this one because if you have a friend, father, mother, anybody who just wants something really simple but still wants that beautiful golden cast to it, you got this beautiful 14 millimeter golden obsidian, and you can buy by the piece. You don't have to buy the whole strand of it, and you can put it right in there. Has
Oh,
great
nice.
density, color density in there.
And they all have the gold in there.
Every single one
Every
has one.
single one.
Every single one has a gold
So if
flash.
you buy just one, don't worry, you won't be getting a black obsidian.
Nope.
You'll definitely get one with golden
You
obsidian.
will.
So
Checked by us.
Jason also put in the pancake spacers.
I did.
The ones that we lost. I'm so happy that they're back. So 4 colors. Can use them with the sandalwood as well.
Any color works with sandalwood. Did you notice that? I put every color in there except for silver. Silver is always a given.
Mm-hmm.
Silver is
like
always
it.
a given, but I chose the other 3 so you guys can see how beautiful that sandalwood works with those pieces.
Thank you.
Oh, they're fun.
The last project.
And don't forget to stock up on your stretchy cord. There are a few new colors on there. Go check the website. There's a new blue. There's a new pink. A new yellow, I believe, and a new green. So check it out if you haven't bought in a little while.
Now, as we're going through it, can you give a shout out if you like these samples? If they're inspiring you, if you feel like you're going to dig through your stash or get some beads from us and make it, please give me your honest opinion. Because Jason and I were like, okay, what do people want? You know, we're constantly shifting, constantly pivoting. And as we do so, we want to make sure that we're filling the needs of what people are interested in. So are you interested in finished samples to inspire, or do you want to just look at beads, or would you rather have like a full hour where we show you how to string it and make it and design it? This is the time for you to tell us, okay? Because we really are interested, and we're not just screwing around with your time. Your opinion makes a huge difference to us.
And just to go over it real quick, Jamie used Softflex again, this beautiful Softflex, because of the weight, and you don't want Mr. Calvin's bead to float around and fall around.
So I use 0.019 soft touch again.
Yep. And the prices start at $11 for the 10-footer and a little and more for the 30-footer. Okay.
So we have Roman glass.
Yep, we do.
Mixed with current handmade lampwork glass by Calvin. So these are his aquarium beads. If you guys have aquarium beads, which some of you should by now, you can make something so lovely with the Roman glass. And there's a significance to matching these two together. Roman glass is like one of the first handmade glass that has been around. These, I think, date back around 2,000 years, these batches right here, maybe a little older. And these are bits that they can find from broken glassware, pottery, vessels, and then they re-drilled them. So these are not real beads that were used in this manner. These are the tiny bits from larger pieces that have been drilled current day so that you can wear a piece of history. Roman glass is so interesting. I have a blog post about it on our website. Please go and read it. All you have to do is go to the website, in the search bar, type Roman glass. It'll show you Roman glass, and it'll also show you the blog post.
Yep.
And then you have the current day lamp work mixed together with it, and both in the ocean colors. Oh, I love it. So this Roman glass strand, $21. It is Gem 2122.
And if you guys like this one, search, and you guys are going to check out on the website. We do also have a couple of different shades of the Roman glass. We just felt it fitting that these colors pick up nicely on Mr. Calvin's handmade glass.
So this is 2123. Not in the show.
Not in the show.
But you can see that it's a lot lighter.
Yep.
And I also have 2124, which is tube cut. So I'm going to hold them all up so you can see how different each one is. So these are 3 separate strands. So if you want to buy them on the website, we have them there. Or you can, if you want to comment sell and buy them in the show, let me know and I can tell you the number for each one.
Yep. So the one that on Mr. Calvin's necklace is Gem 2122. Then we have 23 and 24, correct?
So, yep, 2123 is a lighter lighter aquas. So cute. Now,
Really is.
when you're designing, Jason, one of the hardest things to do is go, do I have enough beads, right?
Yep.
So when I made this one, I knew that this strand, I think it's like 15 inches, would not fit around an average man's neck, maybe not even in anyone's neck besides a child. So I knew I would have to take more beads and make it longer. Now the Calvin bead plus the spacers on the side, it did measure about 1 inch. So I gained 1 inch here. Then I knew I was going to gain about another inch with the clasp and the ring and the wire protector. So now I'm like at 17 inches. I still had to make up another 1 inch at the minimum, right? So I use these. They look like little copper balls, Gem 354, but they are plated hematine. So I did like them. I feel like I like the weight, I like the hole size, I like the price. So I was like, I will use that. And I put them in this necklace. So about every 5 beads, which is about half an inch, I put one of those copper colored balls. That way I knew I could stretch this necklace out to be longer than 16 inches.
Yep.
So before I do anything when I'm beading, I always make sure that I know how many beads do I need to make it fit. Because I think that's the most common problem, right? Is not having enough. Other thing, in case you've never bought this and still on sale for $9.95, I will change the price probably in the next couple of months. It goes back to 20. Is Mix 026. You can grab this on the website. I have a lot. I was able to buy this huge bag of mixed plated metals. These are all from India. So there's copper, there's copper plated, there's brass, there's silver plated in here, every kind of shape and size. It's amazing.
Super fun.
But you can still find pairs in there. So I paired the copper one and then the brass one. So that's what's in this. The Mix 026. Mixed metals bead mix. It's awesome.
Pick yours up while we have it, guys.
There's over 100 pieces in there, just FYI.
20 grams.
Then I use the clasp C215. This is just a copper clasp. We come in different colors, but I like this particular one because the triggers are so good. You know how like sometimes you get them where the triggers stick and you're like, oh my God, you have to crack it to open it. Well, these worked easily. And then the other side, I needed a jump. I don't have any soldered closed jump rings. So I knew if I used a thick one and I closed it nicely, I can use this. So then it's a 16 gauge jump ring that I use. So I paired these two together because I really like it when my clasps and my rings work together. So I do have certain sets that I fall back to over and over. Do you guys? Do you have like certain clasps and rings that always work together that you know in the mouth of that clasp, that ring thickness will fit?
I do.
We like that. So this is the Calvin Or bead project. I do have some Calvin Or beads. If you wanted to pick one in the show today,
Yep.
we will hold it for you, and then you can check out after.
Yep.
But if you guys want to see it,
just remind us in the tray 8 to 15. We have 15 available by Mr. Calvin.
Yes. So this is his recent aquarium batch from, I think, over the last maybe year. I've been saving them up till I had enough to do a mini show.
Mm-hmm.
This surprised me because I was like, oh, I wanted something for the artsy part. Somebody who enjoys history, something that has a very valuable story behind it of how glass pretty much changed our ability to create an economy that moves. And I have that in my blog post as to why. And make it so that all of a sudden you had something that not only rich people could have, but it made vesselware available to the public.
Yep.
And this is, of course, I'm talking about 2,000 years ago, not recent. So this is what the Calvin bead looks like up close.
This is A1. If you guys do want to pick this up, what you want to do is you want to either type in sold LB 235 in Facebook in the comment section. And then right after that, put in A1 to A1 to A12. And if you want anything from 13 on, you let us know.
We will help you.
We'll help you with that one.
Our website has a limitation on how many variants we can show in a live show.
Yeah, so we want to keep it nice and simple for you folks.
Yep, A4. Janine, thank you so much for that kind comment. I will call Calvin and tell him.
He loves to hear that, even though he says, yo.
Oh, I like this green right here. A little green cane
That's a
in
pretty
there.
green.
Yeah, it's just like pops. That's A5.
He loves to pop those little guys in there. Green, red.
And the size
blue.
on these, they're so cute.
It's like a 20 millimeter.
I don't know if you can tell
22.
the sizing, but it's not an overly large. I'll put it on real quick, okay?
Yeah.
If I can borrow the camera.
And if you guys seem to feel like this is familiar, you might. Jamie last year used these for your bag tags, right?
With the chibi beads.
With the chibi beads. So if you guys remember the chibi bead bag tag or keychain, Jamie used this one for that.
So depending on how long you want to wear it, all my necklaces. You can make it a lot shorter. Okay, thank you.
Nice. So there you go. So if you guys want this, just let us know. If not, no worries. I love Mr. Calvin beads. I think I'll make me a zipper pull for my new pair of scissors. It's also a good scissor fob bead.
They're beautiful.
Yep, they're beautiful.
Okay, if you have any
durable.
If you have any questions about anything we showed you, now's a great time to ask.
It is.
Thank you for playing our Ohana game in the beginning. I saw all the answers, so I will go back.
I have your names right here, and I put them in order of.
And if you're like, if you're thinking, what are these cute little things that I might be having in my goodie bag? That's, and it's something you can also give to one of your friends, which is really cool. I love giving jewelry away. There's nobody who ever says no, thank you. And if they can't use it, there's always somebody who does appreciate it.
I want to thank everybody who is on YouTube. Thank you for joining us. Everybody in Instagram, thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much.
And all our friends and family on Facebook. Oh, are you there now? Wow.
May I ask about the one in the photo that has a large orange eye with bluish interior?
Okay.
Is this the one in the photo? Yeah. So he does put that orange eye. Not on all. Oh, here's another one. Here's A14.
That's a nice one.
Oh, this is pretty. Looking for my stick. Hold on. A14.
So that's A14. So if you're on the website, you can order this without any complications.
Except you can see all of the beads.
You can see all the beads here.
Here. Here's A8.
That has a big orange coral piece, I like to call it.
And I like when you put stars in them. Like this is A9. A little starfish in there. If there is anything else, let me know. Ooh, A11 is super cute. It's got a pink and blue. Look at that star.
So Lisa, if you like orange, that one that Jamie's showing you right now, that's a, what is it? 13?
11.
11. A11. You can put that in your cart on the website.
But
I like them all.
I did like A8. Okay. My earrings. Oh, this is my earrings today.
Isn't that cowrie?
It's a cowrie shell that has the herringbone wrap on it.
Oh my gosh, that's like ancient.
I think Amanda made these for me, and yeah, and then 3 little cowrie shells and carved leaves below it. So cute.
Herringbone wrap. Yep.
All right. A14 is not on the website because, yes, we had to stop. So if you want A14, Lisa, pick the last selection that says in store, and I'll put your name on this one.
Yeah.
That way, if you want this one, you'll get exactly
I'll
this
write it
one.
down right now. So Lisa, you heard Jamie. Just put down, choose the last option, which is A13, which is handpick, and we'll handpick it for you. And
Have a wonderful weekend, you guys. And don't forget, we are going to be getting together for a bead jam on.
I might pop in tomorrow and talk about leather.
We have some super cute leather.
Okay, so tomorrow, if I can get it done today, I'll pop in some. I'm going to pop in some braided leather, very, very reminiscent of like the bolo style leather that you see on that beautiful Native American Southwest jewelry. What number is Lisa's, Jamie?
14.
14.
A14.
Okay, please.
Bead jam on June 9th at 10 a.m. So I'll be there in my pajamas. June 9th at 10 a.m. Hawaii time. So I'm going to bead jam with you before I come to work.
All right. Thanks,
That is,
guys.
And then the specific thing for that bead jam is we're focusing on our own self, our health, and taking care of ourselves, and maybe even making a project that is dedicated to who you are, what makes you happy, and what it is that you want for yourself. So instead of stepping into the role of going, I'm making a gift, let me think of the other person. For that bead jam, we are definitely going. Put my earrings on. For that bead jam, we're definitely going to focus on ourselves. And I would say that is something I know my friends that we've talked about that we don't do as often as we should. So please join us and bring your project. Come ready to make something just for you. Put my earring back on. Janine says, what would you recommend to seal the inner part of an abalone shell? Send us a picture because I'm not sure what the inner part is. Is it a shell bead or is it just a shell itself?
I think the full shell or half shell. Probably resin.
Could be, or there might be like a Krylon type spray too, because I know it's like the acrylic sprays because they also come in matte. So sometimes that's really handy. Okay, thank you very much for joining us. As always, we had a really good time. My earrings. And oh my God, we have a trunk show coming up with Lampwork Beads. We also are doing a designer wholesale pearl special again. So we did one in February. You guys liked it so much that I reached out to my friend and he sent me 4 boxes of pearls. And I will bust those out in case those sound like fun. So if you haven't already joined our Bead Hui, please do so. That is on Mighty Networks. That is a free So we have two versions on there. We have a paid subscription and a free one. So on the free one, the Bead Who, you can just join. It will ask you for your name. And if you do join us there, you have to just go to tvg.family and register. And then you can see more pearls for the rest of this month at really good prices. And they're nice pearls. These are not flaky. These don't have pits. They don't have like circle lines that are breaking and cracking. These are nice pearls that we're going to show you. Okay. See you guys soon. Thank you very much. We appreciate you so much. Thank you for joining us. And we hope you have a good weekend and look forward to more fun things with us. Bye-bye, Giovanna. Janine, send me a picture.